Best player in the Premier League this season. Robbie, Mo Salah, as we mentioned at the top, has signed for another 2 years. It's taken some time. Do you think when you look at it now, everybody sort of played it pretty well from club to player? Yeah,
I really do. I think I was a couple of others were when he kind of talked about I'm more out than in, and, you know, he went to the mixed zone to do an interview and he doesn't normally do that. And maybe that's what they have to do. The most important thing is that he kept doing the business. He kept scoring goals. He kept playing well. We know he's a tremendous professional. I remember we had this conversation back in 2022 when the last contract was talking about it. I remember saying he's so fit that that side of it, of slowing down or getting sluggish or getting a few injuries, I just don't think it's going to happen. Well, we see now that it didn't happen. And 2 more years for Mo Salah makes sense. I'm sure the money is a very big amount, and that's probably why it's taken so long. But brilliant player, brilliant attitude, consistent scorer, and the consistent is the most important part. And that's what he's done brilliantly well with a tremendous amount of goals consistently through the last...
Do you think when you look at his numbers, which are absolutely insane, as Robbie hinted at there, that maybe there is still a sense that he's still not quite appreciated as much as he should be?
Maybe underappreciated slightly, taken for granted maybe. I mean, Robbie's just mentioned there the consistency of what he's done. It's incredible. I didn't think he would stay at Liverpool that long. I thought the same at City of David Silva and Sergio Aguero. You sometimes think of Manchester and Liverpool and the weather, and you think he's going to have these offers for him, not just Saudi now, which was for absolutely incredible money, but, you know, big clubs in Europe have been in for him over the last few years. But his loyalty to Liverpool, we talk a lot about loyalty not existing in the game as much anymore, but you look at what sort of Salah's done. He could have easily have left in different points in his Liverpool sort of career, and he hasn't done. So well done to him for that. He's right up there with the likes of Henry, Ronaldo, Rooney, Shearer, Kane. His numbers are up there with them as well. He's done it for such a long time, and whilst he may not get the same level of sort of glamour as those players or same sort of headlines, he deserves them. He definitely deserves them.
Is it refreshing to see a player still want to play at the highest level of their career as opposed to maybe go elsewhere and take the money?
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? It really is, particularly when they're at the peak of their powers. And he still is. At 32 years of age, he's still as good as he's ever been. And I think the extra assist this season has been an addition. And I think we've enjoyed him enjoying giving assists. Remember the moment with Sadio Mane where there was a sense of, like, a bit greedy and stuff like that? And I think he probably said he kind of was. So that's different. And also, we've got to remember the numbers that Gary talks about and the players he's comparing him to. For the most part, they're central strikers. This goal-scoring winger situation is fairly recent, really, maybe in the last decade.
And 17 assists so far. Do you think he's a sort of player, because we know how well he treats his body, how he does absolutely everything on and off the field, mainly off the field, to make sure he can be on the field. Is that a player you're looking at thinking he can go for another 5 years? Not necessarily at Liverpool, but just as a player, if not more?
I think he has modified his game slightly in the last few years. Maybe he's not doing as much of the running in behind without the ball. He's getting it to his feet a little bit more, which you would expect. But what the problem is, he's quite predictable when he gets the ball, but the sign of world class is that when you're predictable, you still can't stop him. Nobody can stop him. He still scores, he still assists all the time. And, yeah, I mean, I think he's someone who I think gives Liverpool a real chance of going on to another title next year. I think if Van Dijk can sign now and add to Mo Salah, then they've got a massive boost ahead of next season for Arne Slot.